後移出去比較方便。你天朝發咁大，
各位乘客，根據香港法例，渡輪上嚴禁吸煙。
Seriously, we did the poster last night, and now we're on the way to collect the drum set with all the equipment, and then we're heading to the venue that we're going to play tonight. So everything is our own hands.
I think time is the only measurement that we could really use when we talk about life, because life is limited to the average of 70 years for each human being. So how much time you're going to sell is always a problem we have to face when we live in a capitalist society. 無民主啊，啲名牌靚衫，額托唔掂，點知租約就嚟你啊悶啊，任得你兩邊點樣嚟練啊？我哋都係喺埋。
我不觉得我需要一天就工作8个小时，赚很多的钱去满足，但是就是我觉得足够就可以了，哈哈。
Until this year, we are still quite successful in refusing to sell much of our time. So for us, we are lucky that we can sell only a small portion of our daily lives and then survive, and then have much time left to work on our projects with the band and also with the movement and also with things that we wanted to do, like living in nature, loving each other, having the time and space to talk, to care, to cherish each other. Rock and roll was said to be started in 1950s, so now it's 1997. We're about less than 50 years of life. But a lot of people have said that rock and roll has style already. For me, it is only the beginning, because I don't see rock and roll as a fad, as something like fashion, something like a trend of music. Because I think rock and roll could be the beginning of a certain culture.
这是1984年我们出版的一个 compilation， 就香港的那时候的underground alternative musicians. You see the Mohawk, the Thailand punk guy, who was blinded during one performance of his concerts. Someone who wanted to help him by releasing a record, so we asked Blackbird to donate one song, so we did.
Never been to the US. Speakers are thrown away. We pick it up in the street. The next one we have brought brand new many years ago. Piano, second hand, very cheap. Everybody is trying to get the best equipment, the most newest products.
So this is too sturdy for that.
Only the industry has to use time to regulate rock and roll. Or this is the punk period, or this is the indie period, or this is the alternative period. Because if they don't categorize, they can't sell records. And that goes back to the idea of punk that we refuse the industry. So that's why we print only 500 records, because we think this is human. This is still 500 people still have the genuine relationship with each other. But 5 million, it becomes so faceless. We have spent more than 15 years on this band. We still don't think that's enough time. We still think that we should develop. We still think that there's a lot we can do. So we are still prepared to put much time into Blackbird.
第一個問題，你有冇聽過咩叫黑鳥樂隊？有冇聽過？冇聽過。
未聽過。
No, I'm not.
有，但係唔係好熟。
我比較喜歡崔健。
我自己本身就係曾經係黑鳥嘅成員啦。
Unfortunately, my views and Lenny's and Cassie's are overlap a lot.
我记得我很小的时候已經看黑鳥。
I found it interesting to take part in this kind of project.
咁點解又會即係會離開黑鳥冇同黑鳥活動咁耐咧？咁主要即係我自己想走嘅方向咧係有少少唔同啦。
Well, it makes me think. Maybe it makes other people think.
香港要過渡，黑鳥也要過渡。
Will you still keep on doing what you're doing now?
Yes, as I've told you, the series of concerts under the theme of Before the Storm is a quarterly for this year, 1997. We are having the first #1 concert in March, and then we will have the second concert in June, end of June, and then we will have an October concert, and then a December concert, all under the title of Before the Storm. And we are releasing our new album before June, and then we hope to release another one maybe in October. So what we want to do is to try to challenge the promise of giving Hong Kong autonomy. If nobody is going to challenge
June the 2nd, 1989. The army moved into Tiananmen Square. That morning, 7 o'clock, I was furious. I took a can of red paint and came here on these two sides of the building. We have painted a slogan demonstrating against the Chinese regime using force on the students. Because they can't paint it, it's red. So this two thing has become black. And the red blood from my heart still lingers after 8 years.
「在這死寂的墳場，80歲啲人要埋葬，20歲啲人的青春，去為殖，恨和貪婪，在不和思考面前的戰鬥。基本上就係話覺得有好多好老年紀嘅人，好驚啲後生仔寫啲嘢出嚟話佢哋。點解？佢哋冇勇氣面對佢哋自己嘅錯誤。即係基本上係咁，所以就係佢會即係將黃丹呢個後生仔韞喺度，將埋咗佢，等自己安心。They are afraid to put the youth of the young people together.
在走着的坟场。
was very hurted. I felt part of myself died. And I was very weak at that time after the massacre. It felt that I was shot. My spirit was shot. Maybe I was working very hard. And I overloaded myself physically, and I collapsed in 1990, physically. My lung was collapsed. And I was hospitalized, and I gone through some operations, and it took me almost 3 years to get back the strength to even bend the string. So after 3 years under the very loving care of Cassie, I become physically able again, and so we start working on the Universal Subversion album. That was what 1989 gave me. It was a very deep, it was a very distressful experience, but it also gave me the strength to go on. 呢首係我寫關於我呢一代人要翻返去呢個屋企嘅一個感受。
要樂觀咁去睇咯。
最大變化唔會係因為97咯，係因為我讀完書。
其實佢變緊，我會覺得。其實話50年不變，其實我覺得係假嘅，但係
你冇乜感受，見步行步咯而家。
生父潦倒數十年，素未謀面。Ryan 居阳誓言，他方世上2代今晚留一把长发披肩，手指是他摇摆，敲打天下。回来了，我回来了，你要把我拒于门外，还是让我寄闯老家？没有过所谓吞聚天伦，束缚对拆割据，两岸分家，政治官道互不相容，上台对骂，民情主义暗流汹汹，孰是非呀？我寄闯老家。
是做文章，不是繪畫繡花，不能那樣雅致，那樣從容不迫，那樣文質彬彬，溫良恭儉讓。主權回歸是一個權力取代另一個權力。
Hong Kong is never part of England. It is only ruled by England. Hong Kong is never the same like London. Now Hong Kong is never the same like Beijing. Hong Kong is only ruled by Beijing authority.
各位觀眾，白花油祝賀香港主權回歸。
Because the capitalist Communist Party really seeing Hong Kong as a colony. They never want to take Hong Kong to be part of them. They are so afraid of Hong Kong because they see Hong Kong as a subversive place. They know that Hong Kong has the power to influence what is happening in China.
其實好多人用好多方法去喺呢個大公司裏面揾啲窿窿罅罅嚟揾翻啲生活嘅空間。咁我諗幾似一場經濟游擊戰。
如果97以後，香港會發生一些很大的衝突，比方說香港人跟大陸的人跟兩種文化的衝突的話，可能不是發生在我們這一代的人身上，應該是現在10幾歲的那些人，現在20歲的那些人。
暫時唔會好大改變，我自己覺得。嗰個自由嘅程度會一路低嘅，即係我唔會有好大期望，但係我嘗試去適應嘅。
Actually, I think it's very unhealthy for the Chinese race to try to get united. It is also very dangerous. We can live together as one social or political entity or identity as one nation, but to try to get all these people to agree to one single culture is very dangerous to me.
97这件事情，其实对台湾来讲是一个很好的指标。
The Taiwanese people should help Hong Kong to seize its own autonomy, so in the long run, Hong Kong can function itself to help China to develop into a more humanist society. I think this is the very important character of Hong Kong.
I'm planning to stay here.
咁你拉，你拉我彈咁啊，睇點樣打落去。
得唔得啊？個咪咁？
係唔得㗎，冇聲嘅，我都話而家咁樣。One, two, three, four. 大家有個默契呢度。One, two, three, four.
係快轉係慢。
OK，因為我淨係我彈，我淨係我彈啦。我明，你再寫字。要練一練。One more, just one more.
你以前係咁咩？
唔係一樣嘅，一樣係有。
我哋曾經悲憤，我哋仍然不滿，但唔係因為仇恨，因為愛。愛每一個本來亦有人倫關係，有自然個體，有社會價值嘅。雖然未必絕對，而且必然有錯，本來會生嘅生命，我哋拒絕仇恨，我哋更加拒絕麻木不仁。
商業電台記者黃瑞明報道。
Hong Kong people have a big misunderstanding about the PLA.
Đó, 我哋慢慢試下呢點咯。
哎呀，灰色嘅啫喎，唔係黑色喎。
所以呢個應該係黑嘅。
Most the utopian idea of a healthy society is the capability to accommodate every possible ideas that is present right now. 好了，完成了。
今日要申請點？今日要申請點？申請。
Blackbird has always been trying to use our own creations to prove that harmonious existence of diversity is the only way. People think that maybe that's too chaotic, but that is the only way. Chaos is the only harmony of the whole cosmos. 借翻嚟做，咁就呢個點解會用到呢個咁嘅場地？呢個似乎亦都唔係一個好理想嘅場地，呢個亦都係我哋唯一能夠負擔嘅場地。咁變咗就即係話咧係我哋又唔想話譬如用campus 入邊嘅場地，因為咁樣有某啲同業負責咁啊，呢啲都唔係好我哋自己獨立性自己負責嘅一樣嘢。咁所以就今次演出係同呢次演出就相信最大嘅唔同係嗰個 scale 同埋嗰個資源係更加細。For me, the freedom of art is actually the freedom of life. It's the freedom of living the way that you want, expressing your ideas as freely as possible. So. I drew into my arms were branches of a tree.
Carry on the way!
Carrying the weight of the sky. OK， 我叫中意 Bob Dylan 嘅時候，我嘗試唱好似 Bob Dylan 咁樣；我中意 Bob Marley 嘅時候，我唱好似 Bob Marley 咁樣。我係一個 actor， 我只係攞佢條腔嚟唱。咁所以每次唱之前咧，我係想即係 tune 翻嚟佢嗰個腔嗰度。咁呢支歌咧，我覺得如果 Joe Strummer 唱咧，應該幾好聽嘅。我要試下應該都。
最美人口中，
呢個咁樣啊，呢種咁嘅聲，我係用呢個咁樣嘅腔嚟唱《悲秋風》。
悲秋風嘅秋夢，高雅站在路中，白髮如美草青洲，跌倒被路上。
then I am putting myself in the position of a foreigner agitating, which is different from my position so far, up to now.
向大人同一计，古人学平舌色，一笑声一句，关键杀干战士。
唔知餐精咁嚟到，要餐精喺度嘅話，我呢首歌送俾你。
正是那么容易，咱们就这样决定。父亲的故事，结局是其中的一个。那时候因为已经太多。 我们不再去问为何，站在孤独的城市，默默痛苦的忍耐，肉身一直老去。 岁月老，把你真的快要疯了。我们的心情每天在变，你却在一笔之内，等待着从我逝去的生命。人们总会这么说。 不幸的故事啊，其实是其中的一个。那是因为。
Sorry， 呢首歌係一首好 emotional 嘅歌。其實冇咩可以藉口，可以將首歌唱得唔好，更加冇任何藉口將一個人嘅生命攞去。Oh, go ahead. This is me.
Hong Kong is much more flexible or has the kind of space that we can work. And this is the space that we're going to lose.
Nais kong mabuhay sa isang panahon, kagampan ng langit at lupa'y sagana. Sa isang panahon, sugat ay bulaklak nating pipitasin sa dibdib na wagas. May buhay ang awit, may pintig ang tula.
我希望活在一个时代，而大地丰收，万物和谐，过去的创伤都变成回忆，四个丰盛，文物蓬生。我希望活在一个时代。
Halina kapatid, asawa kasama sa luha